Well, welcome to the show, folks. Wow, happy Wednesday. Happy holidays. This is unbelievable. I am so excited that I can't even contain myself. And you all probably seen this amazing lady, Megan Robinson. Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you? How's holidays?
I'm fantastic. It's a great season. Thanks, Mike. How about you?
Good, good. I didn't throw my water this time when you said fantastic. So I'm good. I'm doing great. And hanging around all these winners and having so much fun. Unbelievable. I mean, it's a dream and an honor, and I don't say that lightly. Okay, so real quick before we do some major announcements, we have some things that folks can plug into. Hounds, friends of the hounds, folks. This is your show. Have fun today. So this is going to be the second to the last holiday harmony series in the panel of the year. Do not, oh my goodness, do not miss next Wednesday, y'all. This will be absolutely groundbreaking. You will get to rub elbows, learn from, and really see some things that not just are fun to see, not just successes, but stuff that you can tap into and the people behind it. That's what it's about. Door openers, right? So tonight we got a powerhouse crew in the house, going into the biggest lessons, wins, curveballs, and breakthroughs of 2025. And more importantly, how you, folks out there listening now live or on the recording, how you can walk into 2026 clearer, calmer, and stronger than ever. Who doesn't want that? So this ain't one of those stiff button up webinars. If you're new here, relax, welcome, right? I know you probably got kids, things in the background, dinner. We're happy you're here. All right. So elbows up, pull up a chair, run around. We don't care. Just be a part of this. So we'll be putting audience questions in. Feel free to chime in. If you ask your own questions, we'll do our best to show it to the panel and celebrate your own wins and lessons as well as ours. All right, folks. So we got a rock solid, amazing panel of people, all from the hounds of business, innovators, culture shapers, health experts, mindset pros. We got them all. All right. So we're going to be talking about how to help you with your end of the year purpose to run on passion and not fumes. All right. So have fun, take a breath, take my own dadgum advice. And before we get going, Megan, let's talk about some really huge wins, and then we're going to pull everybody on. And thank you all. Man, see, Amy Long, got to give her a shout out. So she
I
holds
know
the
her
world.
just.
Do you know her?
I met her just today. Fabulous conversation. Fabulous one, professional.
She's sharp too because she does this organically. But look, anybody who's going to wait outside of the hounds for an hour before we start, like it's a Grateful Dead concert, I gotta show the book, right? I mean, dadgummit. So she is phenomenal. An attorney, she's doing her own business now. We're dialing her in even more, but she is great at helping teams and attorneys and all these people do better. Uh, be ready for that. All right, we'll be showcasing her and all the amazing people in the hounds. So she also came to this masterclass. Thank you, Jesse Dobeck. He was on the panel last week. Amazing. Adam is the real deal. All right. This was absolutely unheard of. Nothing these folks do. They work with the best of the best. So people who want to do virtual and live events, right? Like big stadiums, seminars, they gave it away for peanuts. Even I was shocked. I was like, no, you know how sometimes it's good, but we give you a discount and all that stuff. Seriously, I mean, they were doing like 400 something dollars a year. These guys, I mean, this kind of quality is at least 50K, right? So I am begging now. This is not a joke, not a marketing ploy. I'm over here like, please extend this to the end of the year. Right? Give us something because this was phenomenal. So thank you, Jesse Dobeck. These are high caliber people. Genius Network, spot on, brother. All heart and brilliance. And then, so stay tuned. You can follow my LinkedIn, YouTube. We'll put it all on there for you. And last but not least, this documentary, Kindness Worldwide documentary film, the very first private viewing was in York. All right. So if you're a Hounds member or you want to be, all right, we got a special surprise. Go inside of the Hounds, look under the general chat, answer the poll. All right. This will be phenomenal. Okay. So before it gets out to the public, go check the Hounds. All right, that's all I can say. And last but not least, hey, and by the way, folks, this didn't happen because I sent DMs and cold stuff. This happened because I had conversations with people who wanted to save money at the hotel in Orlando and also wanted to hang out with me and other hounds and people. Relationships is what makes the day here. It's not the only thing, but boy, it's the bedrock to what we do, right, Megan? I mean,
Every time. I was going to say, who are you bunking with?
oh, great question. It's the one and only Russ Hedge, right? So Russ Hedge, amazing guy. Look, y'all got so many books. I got to start reading again. Mr. Russ, oh, he is a phenomenal man. He's going to go. D. Scott Smith is going to go with us, and the ladies of IM Magazine, Jennifer Thompson, chief editor and co-founder of the new men's launch that mostly hounds are in. She's going to be with us too, and maybe a couple core surprises. So, thank you, hounds. And it's not me. No, I lead and I coordinate, but they watch you. I don't just say that. They see what you guys do and go, "Wow, that's phenomenal." Right? Heart centered, high level, like never seen before. So that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to brag on the people because they are making it happen. And this has been a dream year and it's going to get better. So, any last words? Anything you want to add, my friend, before we let everybody in and just have a ball?
Oh, I'm so excited. Just backstage beforehand, the conversations, the camaraderie, it's going to be a very fun, very, very excited for this today's chat.
Oh my goodness, me too. I'm gonna stop yapping and just go ahead and do this. Let's do it. All right. So, and we're just gonna open up the gate like cattle, just let everybody run in, have a blast. Look, Jesper's even back there excited.
They love being called cattle.
Yeah, doesn't everybody? And by the way, if you don't like mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving, send Megan hate mail, y'all. All right, bye.
No, if you
Are you looking to grow your network and your net worth with other high-level, heart-centered professionals? Then grab a seat and your favorite beverage and join Mike Asherbranner, the Redneck Connector. It's time for the Hounds of Business Community Happy Hour.
All right, let's take me down and let's get everybody out here. Here we go. All the mashed potatoes that love. There we go. The backstage convos, man. That's what we should be showing live, right? Yeah. All right. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. We'll get it together. Live show. It's fine. Everybody's tired. Everybody's been grinding and working hard. So welcome everyone. We still got some folks piling in. Eugene will be here. And let's start. Let's go. Let me move the order. And let's go with this. Megan, kick us off. Give us 20, 30 seconds about what you do, right? And who you do it for. Who do you serve? Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, so president of the E-Leader Experience, and we focus on professional leadership development. We're a professional leadership development company focusing on those pesky mid-level managers, all those technical experts that get promoted into management and leadership, and then find themselves having absolutely no idea what they're supposed to be doing or what the real leadership expectations are. So we work with organizations and companies on building up that leadership pipeline and really giving those managers the skills and tools so they can start acting like managers.
There you go. See, you said it better now. I'm so glad you're here. And you are remarkable. We had a great panel. You and Phil, we had that a couple months ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good
And
conversation.
it is. And it led to some really high level connections and introductions. And cannot wait to see those. So, because you didn't come in with the infomercial, you came in with like value and people went, oh, I want more. Yeah, there you go. That's why this panel is killing it, right? So let's go on to the one and only Greg Moore. Big dog, good to see you. Tell us what you're all about.
Mike, thanks for having me. I'm Greg Moore, franchise maven, and I teach investors, executives, anybody looking into getting into a franchise. I teach them how to investigate franchises the right way, how to build wealth, whether you want me to help you find a franchise or whether you have a franchise of your own that you want to investigate together. I'm going to make certain that you spot all the red flags, step-by-step due diligence process. All the way, I'm here for you.
Yeah, and you are a super pro, my friend. It's like seriously, it's like selling a bottle of water in the desert for 10 cents when somebody's thirsty, man. It's so nice to just bring you in, you educate, because we talked about this. People will spend hundreds of $1,000s on litigation because they didn't have a roadmap and a guide to help them do it right. That's sad. These are real hardworking people, man. And so thank you for what you do. I've seen it firsthand. And then let's go to Beverly Neal Clinton, my friend. Good to see you. All right.
How are you? How are you, Mike?
I am excited and tired. Is it everybody? I think almost everybody is. So take it away. Tell us what you're doing. A lot of good stuff in the world. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. My partner, Tim, and I, what we do is we partner with medical practices to recover lost revenue so doctors can stop chasing money and focus on caring for patients.
Yes, and you do that so well. And oh my goodness, you'll see it next week. We got a big surprise coming along in the medical community. This person has this person is well known and they are doing a very innovative stuff. So stay
Awesome.
tuned. Oh, you know it. And then last but certainly not least, on this panel side, y'all are moving. There you are. Brandy Ferrer. I met you through the one and only Tanya Eberhardt, right? If she popped angel wings, I wouldn't flinch. She has been instrumental in my life and career in the hounds. So take it away, Brandy. Uh-oh, you're pulling a mic. You gotta.
Okay, thank
There you
you.
go.
I just want to say I'm impressed that you said my last name correctly. So thank you, Mike, for that. I'm Brandy Ferrer. I'm the founder and CEO of Pathfinder Strategies. We're a leadership and leadership development and team alignment consultancy. And we really focus on working with leaders, especially when they're in these moments of change or transition, where that confidence that they once had seems to be waning, and it's really showing up in how they perform and how they're leading their teams. And we also take that, we help them remove their confidence blockers, and then we sort of take that show on the road with their team and help their team work together more effectively. We typically partner with HR professionals for small and medium-sized companies. We also do a lot of work in nonprofit and in the fire services.
Wonderful. Some of y'all forgot I was a firefighter for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody runs out. That's crazy. People run in. Explains a lot, don't it? All right, somebody's got to do it. I don't do it now. I got a dog toy on my roof. It's been up there for 3 years. I'm like, yeah, I'm wiser now. That's what I put. All right, so let's go to Jesper. All right, how are you, big dog?
I'm good, Mike. Thank you for having me. And for me, I believe in bringing back the human in human resources. So what I do is I work with business leaders to improve that people side of their organization. That includes that leadership development, getting everyone to understand each other's work styles and collaborating and working together. The second part is that HR strategy to make sure we're bringing in the right people who align with our values and our vision. And last but not least, it is that performance management where we're looking at the goals and our milestones to make sure everyone's on the same page and not feeling confused and lost. And overall, when you put that together, that does restore the human in human resources.
There you go, man. See this? This is like PB and J when they put it in the same jar. This panel is going to be off the hook. And speaking of that, we have Darren Crosby. All right, makes me want to move to Atlanta. This guy is amazing. So take it away, big dog.
So, Mike, as you always say, cookies and milk.
Nothing better.
They go together.
Except mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. I'm going to give Megan stuff about that all night, y'all.
Terrible choice. No one needs mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving.
You going to get hate mail. You better save
Everybody
it,
eats mashed potatoes. And you got to smother it in gravy. Come on, Megan.
See, it's about the gravy. It's not about the potatoes.
Okay. Well, let me call the bouncer in. All right.
So anyhow, I'm calling in Darren Crosby, Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm actually at a business networking event and calling in from my buddy's restaurant's office. So thanks for having me. Business consultant focusing on the financial strategy side of things. I help business owners get access to capital to grow and expand their business, maximize their cash flow, and at the same time build and establish their business credit profile tied to their EIN so they don't have to sign personal guarantees anymore. Mike, thanks so much for having me. Greg, Jesper, great seeing y'all. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, sir, man. And you started your business because you had a giant in-person brick and mortar style business and COVID hit. And I said, well, why are you in this current business? And you said, because if I had known this existed, I still have my business. It wasn't just to make money. Yeah. And we need integrity in your line of work. So super happy for you. And so do y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Who's that? There we go. We're good. All right. So Eugene, Dr. Eugene Manley, boy, you have made the impossible possible. You grind. Tell everybody what you're all about. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was late. I got stuck on a subway, and so I was trying to run. Well, okay, let's say rapidly shuffle because I'm not running anymore. So I run a nonprofit in New York City called the Sheck Foundation, or STEM and Cancer Health Equity. And just to keep from going to the longer spiel, high level, we work on getting information and resources to underserved patients to help them navigate medical care and cancer care. And we run an annual lung cancer conference focused on bringing solutions to underserved populations. But on the other side, we help orgs with health equity strategy, students and trainees and professionals that want to go are trying to transition through careers. And we do a lot of mentorship and training program development.
And you are just making it happen. And I can't wait. You, Beverly, and the surprise guest, man, we're going to do some big stuff in 2026. So stay tuned. And last but not least, maybe one of the busiest people I've ever met, and that's saying something because we're all busy. But Shonda has just, from the ground up, she has created the Flourish Foundation Project. It's all about youth mental wellness, right, and prevention of self-harm. And she is doing amazing things, all right, at a huge national level. So take it away, Shonda. Uh-oh, she's having trouble with it. Are you good? She's having tech issues. That's all right. We got an event coming up in Lake Placid in partnership with ORDA, right, the Regional Olympic Development Authority, and a lot of power players. A lot of people want to see this happen, and so national attention, national support. She is making it happen from the ground up because of her personal experience, folks. So honored to have you here, Shonda. We'll get you taken care of, no worries. All right, so let's go. Let's just open it up panel style, give a short answer, give the best one. So when you look back on 2025, folks, everybody here, what is the single biggest lesson you learned as a leader that will clearly shape how you operate going forward in 2026? And since she hates mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving, let's go to Megan. Let's just go.
I love this question. I think the biggest lesson is really actually about relationships, which I know is near and dear to everyone here. But as me personally, and I've grown my team and I've grown my organization, understanding how those relationships transfer to other people on the team and how to make that transition successful. And I'm not going to lie, a couple slips and trips along the way, we'll have some learning moments, has definitely shaped a lot of the processes, a lot of the structure that I'll be moving into next year. Because I'm a relationship person. I build those deep relationships with clients, with prospects, with my community. And when it comes to bringing in other people, it's a challenge.
It is. But you either know the answer or know how to find it. I mean, that's it. And you care about people. You're just so, you connect with people. I mean, in the people business, you would think that would be a given, right, Darren? But you are superb. People like you, and the value you bring, unheard of. So super happy to have you here. Let's go to Greg. Greg, what's your take on this, man? What's your biggest lesson that you learned this year, and how's it going to shape 2026?
I would say that mine would be speed without structure is kind of expensive. I make a few very fast, very big decisions. Chased a few, maybe a few too many opportunities over the last year. What I really got to do is really build that foundation and make it strong. Because you start doing too many things, you kind of put yourself all over the place, kind of wear yourself thin a little bit, trying to do so many things. I got to try that. I got to try that. So you got to build that foundation, and you got to stick with what's good and bring the data in, analyze the data. If you need to pivot, that's fine, but don't bring in too many things at once and say, I'll just try everything, and one of these things has got to work. Just focus.
Are you talking to me? Every time we had this panel, I'm sitting there like, I should have had someone else host. I need to listen, man. Every time y'all say something, I'm like, I did that. And that's the point of this. We don't want to do this, right? We learn from panels, and if we want to take a serious deep dive, we reach out to super pros that will treat them right. That's you guys. That's why I love this, because I don't want to learn what you learn, man. It took decades for you to learn. I don't want to learn. I want to hire you to do it, and it's amazing. And people most of you guys will advise and help people. And if those folks, let's say you're not the best fit with these prospects or people that need help, this is what I love about y'all. You will send them where they need to go. Nobody on this panel sells bald people haircuts or vegan steak dinners, man. I love it. That's why you're here. So always put people's best interests first. Speaking of that, Beverly. All right.
What I came away from this year was how quickly things can grow. One of the things I said to people was, I was planting, and now I have a bumper crop. So what I learned was how to pace myself, and how to also ask for help. Um, I'm a real big person on just keep your head down and just blinders on, and you'll get it done. But I realize now that I'm really good at some things, and other things I need help with, and so I've learned to ask. I've learned to ask for that, and so yeah, that's my big takeaway.
You are so tough, but yet so gentle and gracious. You just a beautiful combo, right? Like yin and yang, right there. It's personified. I love it. Seriously, you are tough, but you're always learning. It's amazing. Look at Greg; he's excited. Like me too. Yep. Everybody. And speaking of that, Dr. Eugene. Now remember, you've learned a lot of lessons like me. We talk on the phone, we gripe to each other, we vent. So let's try to just give us one, because me and you could go on forever, right?
Oh, I won't mention the costume I thought I might need to buy. So we'll go with Bev heard that too. Yep. We will not say what that was. But I guess one of the lessons you learn is you have to determine when it is okay to pivot. It doesn't mean you change what you do, but you have to pivot in order to still be successful and keep things moving.
Yeah. Be flexible. Yeah. Because every time I think I'm going to go this way, this, what would Mike Tyson say? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. What is it? Amen, right? Thank you, Tyson. Thank you. Well said, Jesper. All right, 2025 lessons in the 2026, big dog.
So earlier this year, I was on a podcast with another leadership coach, and he told me a concept that was new to me, and he introduced this idea of leadership velocity. And what that means is the speed at getting things done. And when we look at the big picture, we pay attention to how quickly or how slowly other people get their work done. On the flip side, when it comes to reflecting ourselves, we don't give ourselves that much grace. So for me, it's the value of slowing down before speeding back up. And that brings just a lot of value in just keeping pace with everything that needs to get done.
Yeah, spoken from true experience, right? Absolutely. And if y'all want to chime in, because I see the facial expressions, but they're like, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. No, you're not. You pipe on in, because a lot of you overlap. And this is what people tuned in for, right? That insight and that realness. So, and Darren, man, I know you got a great answer, buddy. So 2025 lessons, and what are you going to take into 2026? Uh-oh.
Think you're muted.
I think I did that.
Oh.
You're good.
Can you hear me?
I can, buddy.
Okay. So first and foremost, camera adds 20 pounds. I'm not as fat as I look.
Nice. I wish you would add 50 over here, but keep going.
But the biggest lesson I've learned this year is the power of networking. And about 8 months ago, all I did was start networking through LinkedIn, other virtual groups and whatnot. And Mike, not trying to call you out, but about 5 months ago, we were supposed to have a call, and you canceled on me because I was like, I want to be in front of Mike, the redneck connector. And now I am, and I'm grateful and thankful for it. But 100% of my business comes from referrals that I've gotten from networking. Zero cold outreach. Just go out there, be personable, be genuine, be honest, and just be you.
Yeah, and you could make a ton doing it. Yeah.
And it'll take you to another level.
Yeah, absolutely. I love having those testimonies. We had Jesse Doe back. We had a lot of folks come in on the radio show, Darren. And every one of them on their own volition said, hey, if I didn't put people first and love on the right people and treat people well and be hard, none of this, I wouldn't have made 50 million in revenue in the business. I wouldn't have superstars, right? Even Megan says it. She plays at the highest level too. I mean, it's just, so it's not one or the other. It's just, listen, if you're not geared for direct stuff and it's just not who you are, there's an alternative. That's all we're saying, right? And if you do both really well, boom, right? Like, I'm not against DMs, but it's nice to know you. And then when you get an email, you don't delete it, put it in spam, right? Like, I don't put Megan's emails in spam. Not yet, unless she starts knocking mashed potatoes again. And that leads me to Brandy. See how I separated these two? I already knew I was in trouble.
And just for record, Mike, if you deleted her as spam for knocking mashed potatoes, totally valid.
There, see? Thank you, Darren. See, that cool points, buddy. Yeah.
No one can see what the private chat is, but it is all about Thanksgiving food, by the way. For everyone watching, it's literally everyone's going down on Thanksgiving foods.
This is the funnest. This panel, you know, I said, wow, winner chicken dinner without mashed potatoes. All right. So, Brandy, take us away, my friend. 2025. You've had a big last couple of years, so I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, 2025 for me was sort of the year of like learning to, or reconnecting with the ability to sort of trust myself and let go of a lot of like the shoulds. And I'll give you an easy example of this. I invested a lot of time, money, and energy last year going through this total like rebranding process, and it was a beautiful, wonderful, very effective process. And it was really well suited for me in 2024. And several months ago, I'm like, this isn't fitting. This isn't feeling right. And I've been trying to sort of shove that square peg in that round hole. And I finally am like, you know what? I'm not doing that. Just because I've made this investment and it fit at one time doesn't mean it fits anymore. So really like connecting with, listening to myself, trusting myself, and letting go of like, okay, well, just because I spent all this money doesn't mean I should be doing this thing, and being open to that. And that's really made a difference. I also want to just say too, Greg, I really resonated with what you said about speed without structure, because that's like a recipe, at least for me, that's a recipe for tearing my hair out. And then Beverly, I resonated with what you said too about, you know, sort of learning to ask for help and asking for what you need instead of just being so focused on head down and grinding it out. And that makes such a difference.
Well, Brandy, I'm going to pull the string on you a little bit. When you were saying, just because I spent this money, it's just not a good fit now. And how many times do we do that? We invest and we go, okay, this is it. This is the magic silver bullet. Yeah. And y'all all laughing because you know y'all all done it. Yeah. All done it. And we end up in that space because I have a friend, and she says it this way. She says, well, it was a good idea at the time.
Yep. I love that. And it's okay to give yourself permission to say, okay, well, it doesn't fit anymore.
Oh, see, I'm not even going to, I'll ruin the whole show. Just, no, thank you for sharing this. And this is what I love about it. You just real talk. We're not perfect, because a lot of people out there see you all and they think, oh, I'll never be that good. Oh my goodness. They didn't see all the stuff below the iceberg, right? They didn't see all of that hard pain. And that's the benefit of being around birds of a feather. That's why I love having this community, because we don't sit around and waller in victimhood. No, but it's okay to say, hey, Megan, I'm not okay. Right? I'm having a challenge. Maybe she has a piece to that. She does, right? And vice versa. And that's what makes us so strong. Because I have a million holes in my boat, but I got a million people feeling it now, right? So good for us. All right. So who did I get to? Everybody moved around now. I can't keep up. I think Shonda, are you good? Are you in?
I'm in. Sorry, my camera was giving me.
We have sound.
So I had to switch. Hi, and we have sound. Yes. Do you want me to just start?
Yeah, I've already gave you the intro. Everybody knows you. You got the wonderful foundation where it came from. So what is your lessons? And I know this is big, from 2025, and what are you going to carry on to 2026? What are you going to do different?
Ooh. Well, I learned this one from you. Unapologetic and bold. We're just going to do it. And whoever's going with us, we're going together, but we're moving forward. And if you're not with us, then hey, we'll see you on the next loop.
That's right. The bus is moving. You can get on or you can wait for the next one, but we're moving. We're just going. No time to waste, right? Because what you're doing for youth mental health and wellness has to be done. And wow, I mean, you're doing this on such a large level. It's amazing to see people say, yes, I want to be a part of this. Yes, this is important, right? And my hat's off to you. I really respect you immensely for what you've done. And everybody sees the tip of the iceberg. I saw the bottom of it, right? We're the same. So we can't support you and your organization any more than we're 100% in. That's what I'm trying to say. And speaking of passion in that, who did I miss? Eugene? I didn't miss you, did I?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Did I hear everybody? Oh, wow. Even a blind squirrel catching that every now and then. I'm good. All right. So let's go on to Sal. I'm going to keep the discussion. I like this. You guys are doing great. So mindset. All right. What shift, and we'll go right around the room again with Megan, right? What shift in mindset, identity, or belief helped you break through plateaus this year?
Oh man, that's a tough one. It's definitely been a year of growth. And I think there's a shift in being comfortable investing in your own growth and your own success. And that's a tough one. And there's stages when it's inappropriate, I'll say, and there's stages are when it is appropriate. And finding that balance of investing before it's too late and investing not prematurely. So I think that's been fortunate to find a couple other people in my community and my network that have been really great people to bounce ideas off of. But that's been something that I've been shifting around that mindset. And particularly when you start to separate yourself from the business, I think is a big one.
Yeah, that's deep, and we all face it. So I'm glad you said it because it's one of those things when you put up Facebook and everybody's perfect and everything's nobody puts the clogged toilet on Facebook kind of stuff, and I love that because we learn from that, right? And sharing ideas and sharing challenges, absolutely, right? And you do that, but you practice it for your own life. That's what makes you so good as an organizational culture leader, right? I mean, you practice what you preach, and
You gotta.
yeah, if you want to grow, you gotta. I mean, you don't have to, but that sucks. I've done that for too long. Don't be me. Learn. All right, Greg. Greg, what is your shift in mindset, identity, or belief that helped you break through plateaus? Because you have.
Well, one of the things, Mike, I did is that I realized I didn't need to do more. I needed to build a business that required actually less of me. So, I always go around asking myself, all right, I got something new I want to try. How do I get this done? Uh, and it's kind of the wrong thing. So my shift is going to be, how do I get this done without me? Turning it over to other people. So I don't have a whole team of people, so I just have to pick people out. I get contractors and 1099 employees to do it. I do have one assistant, but asking her to get things done, she will give me a list of things to do around the house as well. So I kind of got to be careful on that one. So,
I wouldn't for your assistant, but that may have been the first mistake.
It's going to be interesting to see how those things get done. That's what's going to be interesting.
she does get a lot of things done for me, but then I get this list that keeps growing.
Yes.
It says, okay, well, if you want to do that. But anyway, so I try to run the business more on more automated systems and leveraging the network of people that I have, working with all the folks here and getting to know all these different ones. I know different people now can do many different things. So now that I've started networking and learned what everybody else does here, I can just, well, I met somebody on a networking meeting that can do that for me, likes doing it even more than I do, and is much better at it than I am. So I turn it over to other people.
I'm doing that and it's sloppy. At least I'm doing it, but I have to do it, right? And also, we can make a whole panel on what you just said because I'm doing the same thing. My lovely wife is back there. I give her 2 assignments and I get 16 back. Man, I'm like, these ladies are smart. Don't mess with them. All right. So I'm glad I'm not alone. See what I mean? All right, Beverly, it's you, my friend. I can't wait to hear it. All right, mindset, belief, identity, things that had you break through.
One of the biggest ones for me, I was very hesitant and reticent about a coach. And if I'm going to be very candid, this ties in with the earlier comment about investing in yourself. We can find all of the reasons to do many things, but when it comes to investing in ourselves, we do put ourselves on the back burner. And having another set of eyes to see you beyond you, it lets you exhale. Because you've been with this body all your life, so you think you know some things, and then you run into someone else who has other gifts, it's like a parent and a child, or a big brother and a little sister. You know that they've always got your back, and you know that they're going to protect you, and you know that they want the best for you. And that's what I've found when I've decided to have coaches or mentors, that it's not about the money, but it is about, they have an area that can help you and get you to where you want to go, because they've already been there. So you're not having to reinvent the wheel. Like going faster. And then what was the other thing? I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. He was right before me, but he said going faster without, that's just foolish. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that was the big change I had in my mindset, was to understand that there are people who know things and they can actually do them, while you're just sitting there sucking your thumb and getting hit in the face with rain.
Okay. Well, I was going to chime in, but I'm on the same boat. I went from amateur with no coach because I could do it myself, and then like I got more coaches than crayons now. So yeah, that I need it, right? I mean, because Michael Phelps didn't do it by himself, right? I mean, you
Hmm.
graduate coaches, and this is the whole point. You can't see the forest from the trees, right, folks?
Exactly.
Like I
Exactly.
can, Brandy could tell me something, I'll be like, "Oh, this is how you fix it." But I had the same problem. I'm like, "Uh-oh." I mean, that's why it's so good. So
And it also falls in line with something else you said, what about the boats rising? Why we are all flying together, because we all know that now, and we're just kind of reinventing ourselves.
absolutely. And when you hit one level, I got this, and then uh-oh. It's like minor league to major league. Yeah, good for
Hmm.
you, but guess what? Now you got to go from the bottom up again and so forth.
Again.
But
Yep.
it's so much easier when you got people pulling you up with you. That's just what I love about it. So, yeah, absolutely. Brandy, all right, we're not gonna get her mad about potatoes. And thank you. By the way, I had to. Amy, yes, see, she knows. Yep, I'm gonna. She knew I was gonna do this if she said that. Look at that. All right, so she's a smart lady. Um, all right. So, Brandy, what is yours? What is your thing?
Yeah, I think my biggest sort of mindset shift was to stop being such a cheap ass and to get serious about investing in my team. So for years, I've done this like, oh, let me bring my cousin in to be my assistant. Let me find the cheapest thing I can do. And it's been an absolute shit show. So I finally decided this year, like, I am not doing that. I'm going to pony up the money. I'm going to make the investment. I'm going to take the time. And I have to tell you guys, we had our first sort of team meeting with all of us today. It's the first one we've had in a little while. And it was like, Matt, we're crying. We're like high-fiving each other. It was so wonderful because we're so well aligned. And it's because I made the investment and I took the time to, bring the right people together. So feeling pretty good about that.
Amen. Come on now. Somebody wants to say something. Look at all these happy faces.
I love everything that you just said. If I could say ditto, I'd just write ditto.
Ditto. Everybody, that's our thing now. Just ditto. There you go. Absolutely. Everybody felt that one. Look, everybody smiling and nodding. Yeah. It's easier said than done sometimes. You have to go through probably. Hey, Brandy, didn't people tell you before? And then you're like, oh no, 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 and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I need to do that. Like
Yeah.
that's
Oh, of course, it's not like rocket science. You know what I mean? Like, and I think we know this stuff intrinsically, but the money is what the money is. So, I kind of thought to myself, like, I'll make it work. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. And it wasn't fine. It was a mess. But sometimes I think, I don't know if everyone's like me, like always trying to learn things through the school of hard knocks. That was what it was partly as.
I can put those blinders on, girl. I don't see a thing. It's like I got this.
What I love about this story, though, Brandy, is this isn't necessarily an entrepreneur or a solopreneur or a small business thing. We see Fortune 500 companies still learning these lessons and still making these mistakes. They're universal. It takes a lot of intentionality, a lot of that fear to let go for you to be able to make and invest in the team and really create the vision for what that needs to look like and set those clear expectations and not be able to settle for something that's not working. And I think everyone here has probably worked for a company that has done just that, right? You know when they're settling, you know when they're just piling something on, you know when they give things to the wrong person. It's one of my earlier coaching calls today, actually.
one of 7 a day, right? Like I can't even get a hold of you. I might as well try to call like I don't know, senator or something. You are the busiest person. And by the way, John, yes, that's shameless plug. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, John. Thank you.
Yep, lots of them. Lots of them.
Side note, but we're having fun. We're getting things done. My favorites are the ones that say, "Hey, your YouTube channel is amazing," and then it's nothing but red marks of how it sucks. And then like, "Hey, I can help you." Nah, it's okay. I'm good. like, like that's the way to start the day, isn't it? Like if you started off your dating skills like that, y'all be single. If you don't do it in marketing, or if you don't do it in dating, don't do it in marketing. That's my golden rule. If you don't do it in friendships, if you don't do it, just don't do it in marketing. You'll never see me rip up and be like, "Hey, you suck. Let's talk." Like that doesn't work.
The best one I got was someone sent me a message. Well, I see you have 4,000 followers and you should be averaging 62 likes on your posts, and we can help you get high profile. I'm like, and
who is
like,
this?
Your point is like, clearly you don't know what I do and that I don't care about my likes and impressions.
All right. Before we go on a rabbit hole, and y'all can chime in and look, because this is fun, but it's serious. Here's my favorite. Hey, Mike, do you need branding help? Now listen to me. That's the last thing I need help with is branding. You could have said any other thing on earth, and I've been like, maybe, but branding, come on, man. Like, so know your people. That's it. Know the people. Don't try to sell vegan steak dinners. I can't say it enough. All right. So I just messed up the whole Darren.
Oh, the random LinkedIn in-mail sales pitches drive me, pardon my French, effing crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't even look at my profile.
No.
I'm not even in your space. And you're trying to reach out to me. But what I will say, going back to what Beverly was talking about, the value of a coach is beyond tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
I've owned businesses for 20 years, and for a couple of businesses, I had a coach. And just to be able to have the ability to have like an outside set of eyeballs that knows nothing about what you do changes your perspective 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit there and think, oh, hey, I never thought about it like that, because you're going down your lane, doing your stuff, and you're like, this is what has always worked.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean it can't work better.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And on that point, even if you send a good, heartfelt DM or email, how are they supposed to distinguish between your actual valuable DM and the other 50 dumbass DMs they just got like that? And that's the whole point. Like if Brandy said, "Hey, Mike, I noticed something," yeah, she's got full blown right to do that, right? Because we push each other up, we back each other up, and she's coming at it. And if she says something and she's got an offer, yeah, I might buy that offer. But yeah, that's how we do it. Again, I'm not knocking it, but dead on. All right, Shonda, everybody's moved around on my screen. I don't know. So, biggest mindset shift and identity break.
Okay, so mine is like a little, I guess it's becoming a mantra. Broaden your reach, narrow your focus, and tighten your circle. When I did that, I broadened my reach because I put it out there, and it's not just like when we first started, it was just fathers, it was just music and those kind of things. So we broadened where we're doing because what we do touches almost everybody. And then we narrowed our focus, just really honed in on what this is how can I explain what I do and try to, and then I looked at narrowing my, well, everyone doesn't see what I see. I look at things in layers and most people see linear. So found people that look and understand like me, even if we're not in the same lane, we're running, going direction, but parallel lane. So Mike and I are partners, but I do suicide prevention and he does business networking, but it's the same step. So that allows us to keep on going. That person that is your accountability partner doesn't have to be doing the same thing.
Yes, and even though you might have a hot dog stand and you might have some other nonprofit, but it's a lot the same stuff. I mean, it's the same internal strife, it's the same doubts, fears, not knowing, right? People say, "Oh, build the infrastructure." Well, why would I spend 10 grand on infrastructure if I don't even believe I can make it, right? Like, and then when you do make it, you're like, "Oh crap, I should have spent the money on the infrastructure." And so, yeah, and trust. That's how me and you got together. We'll talk about that more next week, but that's somebody said, "Hey, let me introduce you to Mike," and I can imagine she's like, "Why?" Right? Like everybody here, but then we found out quickly why, because we are birds of a feather, right? We want to trust people. We want to make sure somebody's got our best interests at heart, and then the business flew.
Shonda, can you say that again? You said it was broad. It was three things: broaden and what else?
Broaden your reach, narrow your focus, tighten your circle.
Tighten your circle. Beautiful.
So if I could chime in, talking about like broaden the reach and whatnot, just the way and Lord knows I have succeeded and I've failed more times than I know, but just jump in the deep end. Don't care if you know how to swim, you'll figure it out.
I will object to if swimming if you can't swim. I don't know.
Get a lifeguard first. Yeah, have somebody pull you out.
So,
But
you might want to have someone with a raft or a stick or something. Just go put that out there.
I'm a huge Taylor Tomlinson fan. Put your swim floaties on.
nah,
Put your swim floaties on.
I'm a huge John Wayne fan. Let's throw the mashed potatoes and the 6-year-old in the pool. But we will. I'll jump in if you can't swim. But seriously,
I'm with the floaties. I'm with the floaties. I'm sorry. I'm with the floaties. And trust me, with my blinders, I have walked right into that pool. And then, so yeah, I've been there, done that too.
Beverly, you're a Marine, though. You don't count. Like, it's in the title. I mean, you don't get a say here. You can swim in anything. Come on now. So you're amphibious. All right. So before I just derail this thing completely, Eugene.
Oh my God. Shonda did such a great job. Now I got to come up with something different. Thanks, Shonda.
Yeah, we'll move her over to the other end so she goes.
I will say probably, something about, and mention, it's not so much being about afraid of putting yourself out. It's someone recommended I do some things last year, and it wasn't that I didn't want to do them. I just didn't feel I had enough material to do them, and now I have the material, and now I have a lot of stuff coming in. And I have a really busy December schedule with meetings and podcasts, and just last year I wasn't there. I mean, I could have, but I just have much more clarity on what I'm doing and what we're getting out and what we're, who we're helping.
Oh, now everybody wants to get quiet. Okay, you're dialing in. But again, Eugene, in the beginning, wasn't it kind of like a spaghetti? Like it was almost like a maze. And if that's you guys out there, don't feel weird. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, Megan did it perfectly the first time. Like, no, I don't believe so. Right? It's a learning curve, right? The journey and everything else. It. But again, it goes back to coaching. It goes back to having friends and allies and people that know more than you do. I mean, I have no interest in learning how to do, medical stuff. That's why I got Eugene. I just call him and we'll do stuff. But I don't want to go to medical school 20 years to diagnose myself. I go to doctor. Same principle. It's not weird. Jesper, man, you and Greg, boy, you and Greg I love it. I talk all the time and you guys don't, so we got to hang out sometime. So Jesper, take it away, buddy.
The mindset shift for me is the idea of embracing failure. And this year, I just implemented new systems and processes into my business. And I mean, in the beginning, it was sloppy, really sloppy. And to this day, still a little sloppy. However, if I had just waited for the right time, waited for perfection, waited for the right circumstances, I mean, I don't think that those moments exist, that perfection. So I would have been way behind if I had stuck to that old way. Uh, but it just reminds me of something that someone posted on social media, and it's a similar sentiment. It's your first speech, your first project, your first podcast. It's going to suck. But if you want to get to 100, you can't get there if you can't get one out there. So it's really important just to get the first thing out there. Fail forward, it's going to get messy. Mistakes will happen, but keep going, learn along the way, and eventually you'll find that light at the end of the tunnel. So failing forward has been a mindset shift for me.
Spot on. I knew somebody's gonna say something. Beverly, you was
I
about to.
like that. I
Yeah.
like that, to fail forward. And again, it ties in with both comments. It's the fail forward and being bold enough to jump into the pool with or without the floaties, but jumping in the pool is the key. Okay.
I don't have a pool. That's okay. So bathtub, that's country pool. But yeah, or when it gets really,
Yeah.
really flooded out here.
Oh, come on, you talk about the creek. You know about the creek.
The creek, that's
creek.
the pool. The pool
That's
slash,
right.
yeah. So hey, you said I told somebody the other day I went on a rant, Jesper. You got me started. It's your fault. I said, listen, the people said, what do I do? Go do something. Success, opportunity, and purpose isn't going to plop its ass on the couch next to you. You got to go out there and figure it out. That's the whole thing. Well, what do I do? Bump into Megan, right? You're going to figure it out. You talk to Greg. You got to show up to the course. You got to show up to the webinar. Who knows? And people, and just like Jim Rome, somebody says, well, what if I'm in the wrong direction? You'll find out faster. Just go do stuff. You figure it out. All right. And then as long as you're coachable, you ain't got no problems, right? You will figure it out in your own time. Compete, but don't compare. Just because Greg can figure it out quicker. Yeah, I'm going on dad mode. I'm giving this speech for my daughter because, oh, well, she got done quickly. I'm like, well, you struggle, but other things you do well, she's struggling with, just not talking about. And that's what just because someone's great here doesn't mean they're not struggling elsewhere. We're human beings, y'all. So I love this. All right, let's get one more question.
Real quick. Can I share two of my favorite quotes? One, success isn't forever, and failure is never fatal.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's
it.
No idea who said it, but I worked for a large mortgage company at the time, and that was in the hallway on the way to the bathroom, and I read it multiple times a day. And then the other one, more importantly, be a friend, tell a friend something nice, it could save their life. And that's my favorite talk show, Pat McAfee.
Who's Mavis Beacon back there? Who's doing that?
I'm so sorry, that was me. I kept muting myself. I am so bad at it. I was always muting it.
No, I was sitting there like school teachers saying it's got to be Megan or Jesper, but none of y'all move. How do you type it? I'm typing like this. So I'm
ventriloquist. Ventriloquist.
I type with a purpose, okay? I type with a purpose.
You command that keyboard. Yes, ma'am. You go.
I've rubbed through so many keyboards.
All right. So let's do this. Let's squeeze them in, round robin. Give me the skibby, but I got to know this because this is the hounds. This is communal. This is why we're all here. All right. So let's go in order. There you go. The typist. What did collaboration make possible for you this year that you wouldn't achieve otherwise without it?
I'll go ahead and kick this off because I've got to bounce a little bit. Have a hard stop here. But I will say I had some really wonderful opportunities this year. I collaborate with some HR consultants who really bring that HR expertise like Jesper does. Because I am not an HR person, definitely focus more on that leadership and the pipeline, the organizational process of it. But we're really able to support each other, support their clients, and they're deeper, richer conversations because they really have that insight into what the client's doing, and we share collaboratively on what the best path is forward for them. We look at it strategically, and we make sure that we're aligning it to what they want and need. And I'll put my marketing hat on. The more insight you have and the more you understand where someone else is coming from, you're able to make sure to position and make something digestible for them so that it meets them where they're at. And that's a big leadership tenet that we always teach and coach on, is meeting people where they're at. But it's something that we really need to practice. And I think without strong collaborators, you're walking in blind to a lot of those conversations. You're not getting the insight. You're not able to meet people where they're at as strongly.
Amen. And again, you're as good of a student as you are a teacher. And that's what impresses me. You're always learning, but you're a top level expert. So I know you got to run, but where can people find you? So if companies and people that want to do better in their people and get most out of it, where do they find you?
Our company, our website is eleaderexperience.com. And I'm also on LinkedIn under my username is mtrichek. So good luck with that one, but I'm sure it's there. It is for some other people. If you do want to book a consultation or a call, I welcome connecting with the community and sharing some of those insights. And of course, hearing what those leadership challenges are, because I guarantee you, we've all got people issues.
Yes, especially if you're the redneck connector. Yes, ma'am. So, all right, we're having fun. All right, so go ahead, and I know Brandy's got to drop. That's okay. So thank you, Megan. You are a rock star. Appreciate you, and we love you. You're awesome. So keep kicking butt. All right, we'll keep sending them to you. Brandy, hey, my friend. So what did collaboration make possible for you this year that probably wouldn't have happened without it?
So I want to answer this in two ways. First, internally, and then externally. So internally on my team, kind of as I mentioned earlier, that's one of the biggest shifts that I experienced in business this year, was just having a really well-aligned, high performing, high functioning team. And that has made so many things possible. Like when you're kind of starting your entrepreneurial journey, everyone's like, yeah, you just need to outsource, and you just need to delegate. You just need to bring in an assistant, which all of that sounds really easy and simple, and it's not. To bring the right person in, it's an investment in time, it's an investment in money, it's an investment in total freaking energy suck. But when things are running on all cylinders, the things that I have been able to do and the impact we've been able to have with our clients has been probably the best. And I've been in business for 13 years. So it's been exceptional for that. Externally, I really sort of shifted the way that I approach connecting with people. Again, my old school thought was okay, you go to the networking event, you pump palms and you're collecting business cards and someone's going to want to do business with you. And that's such bullshit. And everyone in this community knows that, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So I really shifted away from that and really started to think about how can I bring value? If I care about impact, which I do, how can I bring value to every single person that I'm meeting? And because of that, leading with that, I've been able to connect with leadership groups and human resources groups and influencers in my community. And yeah, maybe we'll do business together at some point. But in the meantime, we're doing really cool things together and, using one another as sounding boards and just helping move things forward. And there's nothing like it.
Yeah, this is an amen. Absolutely. Yeah, and because that's a daggum shame. You're so likable, right? No, because think about this. We're all kind of grass. I mean, so many people do a lot of the same stuff we do. There's so many people, 8 billion on the planet. So what separates you? Well, there's only one Brandy. That's it. I mean, you don't waste time, but when you invest in somebody, you can't invest in somebody like Shonda, and she wants to pay it forward. It's just who we are. So glad. It's like when it's like getting Darth Vader on the good side. Thank you for but seriously, because you're no BS, and that's why it works. You love people, but you're going to tell the truth, and that's why you're here. So I appreciate you. You're awesome. If you got to run, go ahead. So Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, what's your website? We got to find you. Yeah.
Yeah, website is pathfinder-strategies.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn. Love to connect and chat with people on the call, or if you know anyone who's in leadership and they're kind of like feeling like something's not right and they don't want to say those hard things, right? So instead of like drinking in the closet, call me and we'll talk about it.
There you go. All right.
Thank you guys.
Drinking in a closet.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Derek said, "I'll do both."
Safe space.
You can do both.
It's a judgment-free zone.
You don't have to give up your habit.
My goodness gracious.
Bye, guys.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Dr. Eugene Beverly's got to follow that.
Oh, surely I'm not following Brandy. Okay, so for me, what motivated me, it actually is the community. Here in New Mexico, we're actually known as a medical desert. That's because we're losing doctors. And as a result of losing doctors, that's going to impact our overall health care. So for me, it's having the ability to work with the doctors to improve the quality of life for their patients, first and foremost, generate revenue for them. Because again, another issue here in New Mexico is that the medical malpractice insurance has just caused us to lose doctors. It's more economically feasible for them to move to another state, so they are. So with improving the quality of life for the patients, generating income for the doctor. Oh, and then the other thing that we do is it's called remote patient monitoring, which actually has each of the patients have a therapist that's assigned to them, and they actually monitor the patient. So if anything comes up, any anomaly, they're able to contact the doctor. The doctor's informed, the patient's been engaged because they gave them all the information. And it becomes an environment where everyone is participating to create a better system, because we all agree that the one we have now is broken. It's broken, it is unsustainable, and we can't continue to just stick our heads in the ground and say and act like it'll go away. So that's what the community actually inspired me to find the collaboration to make everything work, because it can.
Hey, can y'all mind if I sneak mine in here? All right. So this is God's honest truth. If you're still listening, you earned this one, buddy. All right. So all these people talk to me like I know what they do. I just know how to help them. I don't know what they do. And I love it. Thank you for the confidence. But Beverly comes by and talks about all this amazing stuff. And I'm like, So I wanted to know. I was like, is this legit? And what is this? So I sent her to Dr. Eugene, right? That's the bloodhound of the hounds right there. Like if it smells funky, he's going to tell us. And then the next thing I know, you two working together. I said, well, hell, that's all I need to hear, right? Like if Eugene's jumping on board, it's good. It's beyond good. And then that's confidence, right? Like that's.
Well, it's confidence, but it's also him knowing that the system is broke,
right,
or broken, and he cares, and that is at the heart of what we do as well. I mean, it's when you think about people needlessly suffering because they don't know, then it's just a matter of connecting the pieces. I'm very fortunate. I've got Dr. Eugene. I've got another doctor who's on our staff, and he actually came out of retirement because he believed so much in what we were doing. So we have the tools to make planet Earth a little bit better, and then feel good about doing it.
Well said, my friend. So healingforwounds.com, you got a lot more services. So if anybody just needs a solution, either she's got it or she knows someone who does. All right. So simple as that. Thank you, my friend. You're all heart and you grind because you love people. And I had to switch it because, we said Eugene. So Dr. Eugene, my goodness, my friend, collaboration. You just got to pick one. All right. Because I know you got a ton of them. But how has that helped you that otherwise did not? Like,
a lot of the collaboration stuff that's working out for me has really come on the back end of the year. But that's not surprising considering I lost the first part of the year. So, but it's now working. Some people are helping, trying to get us vendors and potential exhibitors for the lung cancer conference starting in January. They're starting to do reach outs now, which I just hadn't been able to because of bandwidth and time. But also I still partner with other universities, really helping try to get information to their underserved communities because there's still massive gaps in education and information, and that's something that we critically do at SHAC. Whether it's basic medical, whether it's cancer information, whether it's helping you how to navigate systems, and then how to file complaints when you're wronged, because unfortunately that happens. So that's a lot of the stuff we do. But collaborations are key to moving things a little faster than doing it alone.
Yeah, and if you keep hanging out with these birds of a feather, you'd be a rocket ship, my friend. My goodness. So keep it up, and I'm really excited to put you and what you're doing into the Hounds Media Network. A lot of healthcare, a lot of innovators, amazing people doing stuff about it. So thank you. Be looking for Dr. Eugene.
And I guess I forgot, our website is www.sheq.org. And you can also email me at info@sheq.org, because besides the programs, we also, like I said, help with program development, help strategy, and career coaching.
Absolutely. And they need your support. All right. This is a major thing. It impacts us all. And you do a lot of work, again, with cancer, lung cancer, and especially people that really need it. We all need it, and the whole system broke. But there's a lot of folks out there who they can really use a hand up, folks. So if you're passionate about this, go check out Dr. Eugene and what he's got. You can find him on LinkedIn and his website. Thank you, brother. Greg Moore. All right, man. You've become the collaboration king. People, you're like Elvis out here, man. So tell us what it is. Collaborations that you found that really helped you that wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Leverage at scale, working with all sorts of other smart people that open doors that they wouldn't have normally have been there. So this year I was able to create a course, a do-it-yourself franchise investigation course with the help of somebody else who knew how to do such things. I also created a mastermind group for those who want to work together and learn and be taught more about franchising itself, but do it in a team, a group setting rather than just one-on-one with me. So without the other smart people who knew how to put these things together, these doors would not have been open. So collaboration has just been key to my new projects that I put in place.
All right, Greg, where's the best place to find you, big dog?
Licking, Missouri. But if you're not in the neighborhood, then go to franchisemaven.com. That's franchise, MAV as in Victor, EN.com. Email me at greg@franchisemaven.com. Or on LinkedIn, you can find me at Gregory K. Moore, MOHR.
Folks, he is phenomenal on the stage. So if you got a virtual stage, in-person stage, reach out to him, because this guy, he knows his stuff. I'm telling you. And you overlap with people that are in processes and things. So what you talk about, man, really it complements any. I've seen you on this. That's why I went nuts. I'm like, wow, this guy's high level, right? Down to earth. So you won't be sorry if you're looking for speaking, podcast guests. All these people, I mean, they're amazing. But yeah, I mean, dude, you steal the stage. That's right. And you don't talk much. Yeah, that's what I love about it. When you talk, though, it means something. I'm learning. All right. Speaking of that, there's your counterpart, Jesper. Floor is yours, buddy. You have been collaborating like a madman. So how has it benefited you that otherwise wouldn't be possible?
So for collaboration, it's the opportunity to create new stages and helping other people spread the word and get their message out there. So this year, I had been hosting my own events, summits, virtual stages, and many speakers and experts have reached out to me and said, hey, Jesper, let's work together and let's do a training together. Let's do a webinar together. Let's do a panel together. And it's really given more opportunities to really get more of that thought leadership out there in the world. And it reminds me of another mindset shift. And it's don't fight for a piece of the pie, work together to make that pie bigger. And that's really shaped the way I collaborate with other people.
Great thought.
You killed it. Yeah. And by the way, when you bring such value, and you don't have to be pitchy, do you? People are coming to you saying, wow, that guy's valuable. Let me work with him. Let me refer him. Let me add him to another stage. It's not a joke. Now you can go send out emails, but people actually read them after that, right? Like they'll actually, oh, that's Jesper, right? Just like Dr. Eugene. He loves it. By the way, everybody, Dr. Eugene loves spam. So no, I'm joking. Don't send him spam. Yeah, send all my hate mail to Dr. Eugene. There you go.
I got enough already.
we a little too. See, you can tell we pick up the phone and talk a lot. All right. So, Darren, floor is yours, man. Collaborations that made things possible that otherwise wouldn't be.
Once again, I have to preface everything with the camera adds like 100 pounds. I promise I weigh like 191.
I wish
And
you
it
would.
looks like I weigh like 300. With that being said, made some fantastic connections this year and collaborating. And what I would encourage everybody to do is find those key referral partners and really dial in with them.
Invest.
It'll benefit you, it'll benefit them, and it's going to come back 100-fold, not 10-fold. So,
Dead gum straight. Yeah, I mean, you opened up doors and introduced me to some folks, and they are stellar, man. Cookies and milk again. You know, this guy's all over the social media. I'm not doing all that, but everybody's asking me, who do you know who can help? I'm like, I don't know. And because of you, I got a trusted source that can do it, man. It's so much easier. You know, it's so much easier. That whole one-man band stuff, good to get out of here. All right. So last but not least,
I've got to jump.
You got to roll? All right, we're all going to roll, but go ahead. Good to
Love
see you,
all
man.
y'all.
Yeah, go out there and have fun. He's in the
Thanks.
kitchen. No, he's in the office. I was gonna say, go grab something to eat. You're in the kitchen, right? Go ahead. So, Shonda, hey, and if you want to pitch slap, you do that because this is for other people. You do this for so many, all of our youth out there. You're doing it, so you just say whatever you want, my friend. Floor is yours. Go ahead, close us out.
Okay, so I would say first of all, collaboration is one of the only reasons I'm here. My first collaboration is with, first of all, Jesus Christ. And after that, when I started to go into collaboration, and a lot of people kind of think of collaboration as, hey, work together and what can you get them to do? I went for the top. My first collaborative partner was the Carolina Panthers. And I didn't ask them for money. I said, I need you to say something to kids to help them not commit suicide. And they said, okay. That led to an MOU with the Carolina Panthers, which opened up the doors to everything else, because once they rock with you, then everybody else just kind of came on board. Now we're sitting here about to announce something just ridiculously crazy big, where we'll actually be launching our strategy, our program from the U.S. Olympic Center and streaming it live to the nation. And I have been in this nonprofit business as a business. I've been doing it for years because, you know, it was a personal journey with my son who was dealing with suicide ideation, but that turned into a nonprofit. And now, with only maybe a year and a half under my belt of really being a business, we have 140 of some of the top organizations behind us. And it's not necessarily what can I get them to do for me or what can we do together. It's how can I serve you? How can I get you more people to look at you? And then what can we do? So I did not take no for an answer. It was, how can we collaborate? What can you do? And understanding when you talk to them, what are their corporate social responsibility goals? And if I can help you get there and I can help you look good, then they sign the line. So that's kind of how we got there. And then the other thing I would say is, do not be afraid to tell your story. I was so afraid to be on camera. I was so afraid. I'm like, oh my God, I don't look this or that way. I am not this all glammed up person. And it turned around when I was just frustrated. And I said, look, I need a babysitter for a 17-year-old that's suicidal on Facebook. And it just blew up from there because there's so many that are struggling and don't say it. So when you share that story and it's authentic and it's real, there's someone else thinking and going through the same thing. And that's where that collaboration comes in.
You're an amazing person. I honestly, it's been an honor to serve with you and to promote. And you know, I got the COO spot. I mean, you know, I didn't know I was interviewing. She said, I needed a COO. And I'm like, well, who do you want? I went in redneck connector mode, Beverly. And she's looking at me like, you, Goofy. I need you. I'm like, me? But then it made sense, because we have so much in common. We have a heart for people. And, I saw what she was doing. And folks, hey, I don't care if it's corny or not. It's effective and it's proven. When you believe in other people before they believe in themselves, and you believe in them before everybody else is, seriously, people are like, how'd you get in that? Because nobody really thought it. I mean, right? People didn't think it could take it. It's a high risk. It won't work until it did. Right. And that's what I love about you guys. Right. You will bet on people, even if it may not be a million chance of success. Right. Man, I'm going to go on and on. I'm not going to go in PBS special mode. You're welcome. But I didn't leave anybody out, did I? Because everybody moved again. Nope. And the chat broke. So everybody out there, I appreciate you. All the tech gremlins, the joys of a live show. But I think we got this down. 7 p.m., folks. And first of all, thank you all. Thank you all for everything you do for me personally. Thank you for everything you do for each other. Like I said, very heart-centered, high-level professionals and all kinds of folks that are seeing this. And you will see them pop in. Some of them will pop in next Wednesday. So 7 p.m., same time. We're going to rotate. We're going to have amazing folks, people who have saw you. And we're going to showcase, and not just the brag. We're not bragging. We're going to be out there saying, look, this is how you get involved. There's nothing wrong with you. Maybe you just need people, resources, and support to get it done. Right, Jesper? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just need to learn and be supported. You don't have the support. You don't know better. So come in here, and you could be crusty here. I mean, look who the founder is, y'all. You don't have to be perfect. You're going to come in as is, and you'll leave as your best self, right? That's the whole journey here. So appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shonda Spates, Eugene Manley, Beverly Neal Clinton, Greg Moore, and Jesper. You already knew I wasn't. How do you say it?
Mukundang.
There you go. Thank you very much. I was good at Eugene. So, all right, folks, I appreciate you all. Come back next week. Bring a friend. This will be epic. They will be inspired. And listen, the only thing we need to do is share. We don't sell this stuff, y'all. We share this stuff because the right people, they say, oh, wow, mental health. Yeah. Youth. Yeah, I want to be a part of that. Right. So appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. All right. Have it, Princess Wave. Thank you all for the tech issues and the patience here too, y'all. Have a great one. Cannot wait for next week and enjoy. Thank y'all for stopping by. Be sure to follow, share, and like, and send me a message if you had fun today. Y'all come back now.